now would be the time to do it. I cannot multitask. Oh.
That would be a failure because I forgot to unmute my mic. Good work. Good work. Okay, we're good now. You can hear me, right? Really? Wasp sucks and bees
Yeah.
rule.
We're not getting into this on stream because you're talking to the queen bee.
And
Oh,
the
well,
king wasp.
yeah. So we're not. We've put aside our differences for 2
For the
hours.
time being, for the time being. But I guess that's why this is the Great Accords, because we cool right now. But it's on site as soon as this is over.
Makes sense.
On site. That I don't care what rules Ictana's put in the game. On site, wasps or bees are dead.
Did you see the log that I posted earlier? How I put that?
Yeah. No. See, we're not getting into this.
All right.
Okay, I think I'll just mute for the next hour and a half and let you guys go at it. That sounds like a good plan, right? Right?
I mean, we can't just be sitting here talking about ourselves
I
the
mean,
whole stream.
you guys, I think you
gotta
could.
moderate.
I gotta moderate. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
And filter questions from the chat to us and
And all of that professional
host
things
things.
and other host things. Yes. Okay. Well, then let's go ahead and get into things. So my plan was to go ahead and let you both kind of introduce your PvP backgrounds before we get into the goats over the years. That sound cool?
That sounds fantastic.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Let's say I'm going to volunteer Bulrok because I like to pick on him.
Yep.
Illikaal wants to go first though.
Nope. Two out of.
Sure.
You're outvoted, sir.
You want
You're
to?
outvoted.
Okay. Basically, I'm the best. That's all there is to it. I wake up in the morning and piss excellence. And
Oh my god!
no, I've been PKing in Aetolia since around, well, pretty much since I started playing Aetolia, even whenever I didn't know what PK was. Earliest, most fondest memories was writing a system every day for the Java client because the settings did not save, regardless of what anyone says. And so every day I was farming new trigger lines, and it got to a point where like I had them memorized while I was doing that. Eventually got a cracked version of Zmud. Built my first system there. PC I had was running like Windows 95 though, and could not keep up with the processing. And everyone made fun of me for losing all the time until I got an updated PC with the same system, and then I went on a killing spree amongst all my friends. It was great.
Nice. You and Zmud. That is going back. Did you end up going to Cmud? And I'm just gonna ask this randomly. Did you go to Cmud after Zmud?
Yeah, I did, but CMUD didn't come out while I was playing. I had taken a break, and whenever I came back, CMUD was out. And at that time, I believe I was a fully fledged adult and I had a job and all that great stuff. So I was like, yeah, I can afford $20 on CMUD.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Anyway, so thank you, Bull. Let's go ahead and then Illikaal, you can go ahead and do yours.
Oh boy. My history is a little bit complicated.
Oh God.
When I first came to Aetolia, I had never played MUDs before. I really hadn't even been on the internet before. So that was a really, like, playing Aetolia was a really fresh and unique experience for me. I remember what made me want to PK. I was learning my lessons like maybe like a week into me playing the game. Just a little baby druid minding my business. And I think Gilbert was the one who was like, if y'all, if any
Oh
OGs
God.
remember Gilbert,
Yes.
he was the one inducting me into the guild and like showing me the ropes and stuff. And I'll always remember how we were getting raided. And I didn't realize what was happening. I just remember it was like Reziak, Cambion, and Zarian just walked up to me, or walked up to us. They just clapped Gilbert like instantly, and then my self I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I'd been watching too much anime or something, but I thought like I don't know, some secret power was going to awaken in me if I started attacking them, and I was somehow going to kill all three of them and avenge my mentor. And I got vivisected.
Nice.
By Cambion. And then I remember like coming back and like feeling traumatized, like because we all know the corpse vivisect leaves. I was like, how dare they? And so that was like it was at that moment I decided I was like, I'm gonna learn how to PK. And yeah, that's what started my career. And I was on Nexus for a very, very long time. Um and the first system I used PK with was Curl's Nexus curing system. And then I had kind of learned how to code in Java a little bit, so I was like modifying it. I mean, but all my offense literally consisted of was triggering in the you have regained balance on all limbs line to maul the target, because I mean that's all druids could do.
Hey, that's not all they could do, but
Yeah. Oh, right, you turn reflexes on first, right?
right, yeah.
um, and for a long time, like I was the only druid fighter. And also like back then, God, the druids are getting griefed so hard by every shadow organization in the game. Like I constantly mess with Serain about it. But Serain had like instituted this thing called like the Druids Destruction Corps way back in the day. And like they just went around griefing druids, like destroying groves, exterminating whole forests, burning whole forests down. And like, because there weren't any druid combatants, and like I was like literally the only one. Like I don't know. I guess I was like forged in those fires, I suppose, of like having to learn how to fight, even though I really didn't know very much overall back then still. Um, and then I want to say, when um, Lanira and the whole Bezaliel clan came over from Empyrean, um, and they made Citadel, like I ended up getting my hands on a copy of Citadel. Um, and like that's when I don't know, I feel like that's when like I got bumped up a level in terms of PK, because it's like um having like a really well-oiled system, which it was at the time. Like it was the best system available at the time. It really I'm a very hands-on learner, so it's like, and I'm good at reverse engineering things. So seeing things um in a good system, in a good usable system, is what also sort of like helped me learn and realize a lot of things. And then I'm probably gonna regret this forever. Uh, there came a point where me and Ezalor were like the top two PKers in the game. We couldn't. Well, I mean, actually, there came a point where he just started trashing me, and I could never beat him. Like it went from me beating him a lot to us kind of going 50-50 to us stalling out to me never beating him again. Uh, and actually, he made me rage quit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like he made me rage quit because he kept beating me so many times, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong at the time.
Oh boy.
But then over the years, I ended up meeting Bulrok here, and uh,
Worst thing that happened to the game ever.
yeah, pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Um, and long story short, between now Bulrok and MJ, MJ, I'm pretty sure it's public knowledge that she was Masari.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
says
she
as much.
posted it to the forums, dog.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So like Masari was literally my first mentor, like way back in the day. Although she never really like taught me like how to start fighting until like maybe like a couple years ago, maybe a few years ago. But this is the part that I would regret saying. In order to get to the level that I've gotten to now, I've really had to listen to the advice of MJ and Bulrok. And
Damn.
to me, they are among the most brilliant minds in Aetolian PK theory craft.
I was about to say, you can't say Bulrok has a brilliant mind, except for PK. I will give that.
Right. Um, uh, Other people that I've learned
Nobody
from
else.
too were
There's nobody else, Bug. Nobody else.
other people who also, were great teachers were Vixis, Eliaden, Trickle, who are going to be on some of the GOAT lists for those reasons. But yeah, I mean, I really did start from nothing. Like I was terrible. I was losing fight after fight after fight after fight for so many years, not knowing what I was doing. And then, you just start getting around people who do know what they're doing, and you just really learn a lot from them. And I had to learn the hard way because, when I first met them, I thought I knew so much because I had gotten, like to mid tier, I would say, like kind of on my own, just what I learned myself. But like, the things that I had to or had to be beat into me, should we say, because like I wasn't believing them. I thought I knew better. But that is why I have like come to trust them over the years, because they've always been able to prove methodically and through kicking people's asses that their methods work really well. So yeah.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Well, thank you both for going through that. And I will say, I've leaned on Bulrok more than MJ. MJ I've leaned on a few times, and I definitely lean on Maz and some of the others that I'm sure will be in the goats list there to learn to PK. I'm not that good. I accept that fate, but I try at least. So, do I get a little like star for that? Maybe.
It's something.
You can have a star, but you can't have ice cream. Ice cream is for winners.
Damn it! Damn it!
Hey.
Well,
I told Bloodlock that after the war. I was like, I guess you guys can have ice cream.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to get started with goats in each class. We could start going down that list.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Do we want to go old school classes or just current classes?
I mean, I don't mind starting old school and then going with the current ones.
Okay. Well, let's go old school and talk just really anyone old school, because that's going to be kind of classically putting druid, priest, whatever the fuck has been going, paladin, not Templar. That's Paladin.
Carnifex.
Infernal.
Yeah.
Old Indirani, old Kabbalist. That's going to be a huge group. So I think we can just bucket it together, since those classes don't really exist anymore.
Yeah. As far as priest is concerned, I don't know of any priests that ever really did anything. I the only priest I ever knew of was that chick who was in Bloodlock forever.
Whatever her name was.
I think priest gets defaulted to like, depending on how old you are, like Siegfried, which nobody really
Yes. Oh my gosh. No, my character was like engaged to him at one point. I remember him way too well. I had his system and everything, and it wasn't that great.
I don't believe Alexina was a priest.
No, Alexina was definitely not a priest. She came to the game long after. No, she came to the game long after priest was. But like by the time I came to the game, priests weren't a thing, and she came to the game like way after me. So
yeah, no, it wasn't Alexina. It was it wasn't a name. I can't think of it for the life of me. But she would give earth shields.
What was it? Ashurea? Wasn't that it?
Something like that.
Yes, something.
It's something like that.
Something very similar to that.
Okay, but
yeah, there we go. That chick.
Yeah, she was, like I said, she was the only priest that I ever knew, even saw in the game. So,
there was, like I said, I think it was just Lessig and Siegfried were the only priests that I knew.
Yeah, I played it for a while and then ended up dropping it on Solaria, so I couldn't get it back, and I regretted it because I liked it.
Gotcha.
I remember Stickley. I never. I saw them log in a few times, and I think they did a fight or two, but
Yeah, they haven't played. Stickley was one of them, but he hasn't been around in ages. And didn't they get rid of Priest altogether? Like even the people that had it.
those old classes are gone.
Straight up deleted now.
Nuked.
As far as like old Kabbalist, I would say Kismet probably.
All right, I vaguely remember Kismet. I don't. That might have been while I was gone.
Yeah, I just remember like Kismet was like the only Kabbalist I could never kill, but also that's because they had really busted old Link, which meant I could never incinerate anybody.
Link was amazing.
Just link your whole health and mana pool together for one giant health pool.
Exactly. And you can't be nuked. It's fantastic. I'm trying to think of who else. Caboose. Or was he Indo mostly?
Caboose was he was pretty much always Kabbalist.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't think multi-class came around. At least multi-class wasn't around whenever I played with Caboose. I haven't seen Caboose log in for real.
Yeah, I never.
Time.
Yeah, I wasn't around Caboose too much either.
I think my Kabbalist top pick would be Zarian.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I only ever knew Zarian to play Vamp, but that's just my experience and what I've seen.
Zarian got the start.
And speaking of Vamps, I was gonna say the OG terror, so everybody thought, was Aethino for a long time. But I mean, he was Bloodborne. I don't know if we're separating Prey or Bloodborne. I'm just kind of going with vampire in general. At least as far as old vampires are concerned. Like I said, Aethino was the terror of the game, but then I later learned that he was just using Zarian system. So I guess it was really Zarian.
Was it Zari's system? I always thought it was. I don't know, because like again, like me and you've talked about this a lot, because Aethino was a Kabbalist whenever I played, and
he was the Bloodborne. Like I swear to God, like he would walk into Durin and like 9 of us would be standing there trying to kill him. I mean, we were all like obviously super terrible back then, but it would literally be 9 of us standing there trying to kill him, and he just for some reason wouldn't die. I remember like all of us like literally morphing Wyvern, and I told everybody maul once and then incinerate right after. This is Aetolia, so I don't have logs to really go back and reference, and I feel like just because of who I had with me and just the state of the game back then, it probably definitely didn't go that way. I just remember that was the plan and it didn't work, and I just know that I saw a few people maul, and then I tried to incinerate to kill him, and it didn't. I think like it used to work a couple times, but like a lot of the time, the majority of the time, it just did not work. And dude was just single-handedly raiding Durin, just absolutely obliterating people. So,
sorry, I make sure to mute myself when I'm typing because someone keeps complaining about me typing very loudly. So I muted there. But it was Azarian system, since you guys mentioned that. And did you have like a separate discussion about that, like the fact that it got around pretty heavily back then? I think that was like one of the first systems that really people had their hands on. I even had it at one point.
Yeah, I know some people
I did not.
I know like I don't know the exacts because I don't think I've ever actually talked to MJ about it, but I know like I used to go back and read all the old forum posts, like see how the state of the game was back then on the times that I missed. And I know MJ had jacked a specific function from the system, and then I think she ran off and did her own thing, like she always does.
Yeah, I mean that's what most people did when they would grab that system or Earthshaker or any of those other ones that were around that time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zarian's system was also it was definitely one of the first free systems because it was built like how all of my systems before Rhyme were built, and
Yeah.
they were built for me. I was the one using them, like, and I didn't have checks in there to see if you have artifact pipes because I had artifact pipes, so therefore the system just worked with artifact pipes. As an example,
Yeah.
I had focus, so the system tried to focus. It didn't check to see if you had it or what.
Yeah, because like that was back when
So
like
Zarian
people
system.
not.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just to touch on what you were saying. Like that was just back when, a lot of people just weren't omnitrans. Like finding like omnitrans people, let alone level 100 people.
Yeah.
It was like super rare back then. And also like I'll never forget like that nostalgia of like when you're first playing Aetolia and you honor somebody and you think that their might is like an exact reflection of exactly how strong they are. And I just remember like honoring these people and seeing them be literally millions of % of my might, and I'm just like, my God, how am I ever gonna like
Do
beat these
anything.
people ever?
Yes.
So
I want to throw out my OG real fast for Vamp. Which
Yeah.
is not necessarily because they were. I mean, they were a good fighter. In that time frame, like if they showed back up today and tried that stuff, they'd get beat down by anyone. But Povox was. He's a goat mainly just because of how iconic he was. Like back then, like that was
Oh God,
the
yeah.
vampire to be. Like he did the whole nightly hunt things. He went out and he killed people. He went out and he'd fight Daskalos or he'd fight Searoth. And, he was just a great vamp. Great fighter.
speaking of Daskalos, that brings me to our next OG class, OG Luminary.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
So, okay. This might be a hot take here.
When is it not?
But like, Daskalos, what I guess he legitimately was the GOAT for a long time because he was like one of the original luminaries long before any of like the other ones came after him. And I just remember like back when the legendary artifact weapons existed and like all the level 3 versions had like these really cool names, and I just remember like the level 3 mace for luminaries was called the Hellsmite mace, and Daskalos was the only person in the game to this day that I ever saw that owned a Hellsmite mace. And I just remember obviously seeing him on death sight a ton, killing people. But the sad truth is Daskalos was just already checking a lot of people. And
yeah, I mean,
if you could survive the arty check, he'd never kill you. But I mean, like I said, as far as OG luminaries, I think that title goes to him.
yeah, pretty much.
But as far as like a more modern day luminary, I would say Haven was the best luminary I knew. But I just feel like Haven dies a lot to like damage and stuff often because he does not have any artifacts, and I think that's what like kind of I think that's
Just
like
a
what
little
made him so
baby.
popular. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Haven was going around killing whales and stuff, killing some of the top tier fighters and stuff. And like he never to this day, I don't think he still has any artifacts. So, he was able to demonstrate like to me that's like a clear sign of skill, obviously.
Yeah.
Not to take away from Haven, but to take away from Haven. I wonder if anyone has an exact count of how many times Ezreal killed him.
Oh
my God.
I bet you.
Oh my God.
I bet you if I bugged us, he probably would have it. But I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna ping him right now. He might not even be online. I wonder.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna say like I guess as far as like OG vamps, Ezreal would have been the top OG vamp in my case.
I beheaded Ezreal.
You don't count.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to try to list Raymond as
Yeah,
one,
I was
about
gonna
to
say
say,
like you
I'm
weren't
Bulrok. Heard that
you
Draymond
weren't
guy
playing at
was
that time,
pretty
buddy.
great.
yeah. So I would
Um,
say Eslor over Draymond. I'm sorry, Bull. I'm sorry.
I no.
uh,
All right, so funny
old OG
story.
Sisson. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Sorry, just funny story is Ezreal probably was a lot better fighter than me at the time that we were playing.
At the time you were playing, yes, he was. Ooh,
I did beat him in the Premier matchup, and I told him I was going to beat him in the Premier matchup.
we'll get
And
to
then I
work.
established my dominance, and I left it at that.
And then retired. I'm teasing. I have
Yeah,
to. I
yeah.
have to do it because anyway. I did remember one. I know you're about to go into Sisson, but we should mention Shadow Snake because that actually was a class. I would
I don't
say
think
I,
either one
I
of
don't
us
know.
played
Yeah,
during Shadow Snake.
I
yeah, I
will.
definitely did not.
I will do that one. That would probably be Exodus, in my opinion. Was probably one of the better PvPers at the time. Could take down pretty much anyone.
Yeah, the Sisson that I knew could take down anybody at the time was Masari. Like Masari was the strongest Sisson in the game as far as I knew when she was playing Sisson.
I know Bull's going to disagree with that.
That was the joke.
Oh, was that the joke?
Yes.
I don't know these things.
I'm talking about what Bug is saying in chat.
Oh, okay. Just ignore me. Just ignore me. It's okay. I'm slow. I already have been drinking today, and my
Oh,
brain's still dead. So let's see. I asked Ezlor how many times he killed Haven, and he replied with over 9,000. Of course. That would be how he is. Anyway, so Sisson.
Yeah,
I'd probably
Yeah,
say Winger because, or for OG back then, because Exodus didn't play very much. I did one of
Yeah.
my first instances of ever seeing Sisson in action was my cousin used to play Aetolia with me, and he had killed a novice in the Sisson guild or something, and then Exodus showed up, and at the time, like I was still like adjusting the combat spam for like didn't know anything, and then I just saw this dude come in, roll up on my cousin, and then like 15 seconds later he beheads him, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? But that was the only time I really ever saw Exodus. But Winger was really active, and he fought a lot, and he was pretty good. He was actually one of the first people that I ever really talked like theory with, and more of like getting into the breaking down mechanics and stuff, and like figuring it out like system side back like whenever we still had illusions and everything.
Yeah, I liked Winger. I didn't get to fight them a lot, which obviously I didn't fight a lot back then, but they were always just murdering people. Pretty much anyone. See, so that's OG. I think someone wanted to mention Osai. Was it Xenia was mentioning Osai, and I don't know.
Wasn't Osai a mage?
Yeah, Osai's a mage.
Yeah, Osai was a mage.
I mean, we could just jump to mages next. I mean, I was gonna say either Osai or Tralandar. It was one of. Well, I guess Mazian too. Like back when they were all just the Magi class.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to
yeah.
say it. I don't. Man.
Go ahead and say it. Who cares?
I'm not gonna talk about when they split into when they first became the Ascendral and Salamanders, because we'll get to that too. But
Yeah, that's
think-
different.
I think just. I think it was just Mazian by default because he was just blowing everybody up with the hollows. So, and nobody could tank Mazian exactly.
Yeah, it was Osai. Osai wasn't the best, but Treylander and Mazian were definitely the OG mages. Oh, and
Yeah,
we're not
no,
going to
I'm-
mention Kikon. Kikon, he doesn't count. He just doesn't.
I gotta agree with Serenas though, because Kiki had he was not okay. Like fighting Maz and
Yeah,
Trindar, like you were gonna lose by default, not because they were good, not because they were good or bad or what.
No, I see what you're saying. Go ahead. I was just gonna say I just
I
never
was
got.
gonna say, like,
I
can
personally
I
never got
speak?
the. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud. I was just messing with you, but also let me talk. But no,
Don't let
like,
him talk.
Like, God, I don't want to say it because he's gonna. Next time I talk to him, he's gonna be like, "Oh, you thought I was great?" And I'm like, I guess Kaiken was alright.
Oh, is it Kaikun? It's in Kikon. I don't fucking know. I say
K.
whichever way. K.
K was pretty okay.
Yeah, Kiki was okay. I don't mention him usually because he doesn't actually like obviously play a player anymore. So
I was
does it
just
count?
going to say that I never got the opportunity to fight him very much.
Damn. Well,
The only time I ever remember like any sort of PK interaction, I had like walked into the desert and he shouted at me, get out of my desert. And then I got shot to death by meteors.
nice. Yeah, they said you're okay, Kiki. It's okay. You were okay.
All
right.
Moving right along.
Moving on along.
OG Sentinel. I wanted to say I don't know the dude's name. What was his name? Torin or something? I feel like it started with a T.
Don't know anyone by that name. Might have been after I played.
Torin?
No. I'm talking about like OG Sentinel, like when they use tridents and hand axes and stuff, like but before the Duriv.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I don't recognize that name either.
I don't know how to say their name, but I'll say what I think it is, and then I'll type it out. It's Irul.
Oh, Irul or Irul, yeah.
I call him Irul.
Irul, yeah.
Irul.
Yeah, he tried to come back for a little while too. Didn't last.
He was doing a lot of the in and out dance that we all have.
All
some
done
point or another.
Yeah. But no, he was good. Trying to think if who else would have been OG Sentinel though. God, my brain.
I know there was like Jordan
always
Williams.
Night Shadow. Night Shadow is the police of shouts.
Night Shadow, yes. Night Shadow, I wouldn't say was really a PKer though. He was
he's just if you shouted something he didn't like, he was coming for you.
He was. No, he absolutely was, and he was hilarious. And I miss him so much. He was a really cool guy. Had him on Facebook for long. Anyway.
I guess if Sentinel was up, then I guess the next one's Druid.
Yes, let's go OG Druid.
So to me, Horon was the best Druid because he was the one who taught me how to fight as a Druid before I got good with it. And unironically, I didn't find out until I became friends with Trickle a whole decade later.
Oh.
That Horon is his little brother in real life, and
wait,
then I was
really?
also yes, and
that's
I was
news to me.
I was learning PK from him and his little brother like 10 years apart.
Nice.
So yeah. So to me it was Horon, and then of course me myself. But then
no.
Okay, Dwarf, and that's it. There have been no other notable Druid fighters. Period.
We're not going to mention Weedrick.
We're not.
Weedy?
Come on now, because if that's what we're basing it on now.
Well, you mentioned Kiki, so why are we going to mention Weedrick?
Because I've done them enough favors for today.
The legendary Grove annihilates, and the Grove barrier beheads.
No, Wedrick was he was a derpy druid who ran around doing dumb things, and then he also roleplayed, as it turns out. It was shocking for me to find out. But I remember him, that was the first time I ever saw an RPK fight was, I was sitting in Crystal Leaf Inn, and he came in there, and he was just sitting there, and then Zane showed up, and, like, they emoted at each other, and he emoted something about, like, flipping the table, and I was like, what? What? Can you do that? I had no idea emotes even existed at this time.
You still don't. Yeah. It's okay.
Oof,
and then about 20 people showed up and ganked him after he killed Zane. So it was kind of anticlimactic, but
sounds accurate. Sounds very accurate there. Okay, so we're just saying it, and someone said Retrick is a pansy. That's accurate. We're good. Did want to make sure to point out, because I don't want to let it pass. Whoever phone that was vibrating, it really was loud. So whatever you have it on, my God, what the hell is it on?
was it me?
Oh no, that must have been me.
Okay.
My phone.
Say.
No, 'cause my mic is like hypersensitive.
It is. Are you using a Yeti?
No, it's the Siren.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That
the
one's
new Siren mic.
so damn sensitive. I'm using my headset just so that I don't do any of that. Anyway, it's Illy. Okay, there you go. Someone's proved it. It happens in D&D too.
Snitching. Be your own people.
Snitches. What do snitches get? Stitches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm
Hey, wasps don't snitch on other wasps. Just
Oh. Okay, moving on.
anyway. Right.
Anyway, let's go. If we were doing druid, I guess we got to do shaman.
Well, no, we're still doing OGs. So we got to go to paladin.
Oh, right, paladin.
To me, that was between Hadaryu and Lothor. Lothor was like one of the sleeper, really good dudes, as far as I knew. Like, I never saw a dude lose a fight. But he was very, it's like he never stuck around long. It's like he would log on, kill a whole bunch of people, and then just disappear for a few months, lather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, I remember Lothar. I remember him fighting, and yeah, just not really losing. I think that's all he did was PK. I don't think he actually like role played or anything. He just PK'd.
Yeah, I think so.
had to be foreskin for me.
Foreskin, really?
For a paladin, he was a paladin.
Yeah. He was a paladin first.
He was the
OG. I never knew. I never knew. I only knew him as Infernal, which we can just jump right to next. Which to me, once again, I'm sorry. I mean,
I feel bad because like she's not in any of my old lists, but like we never PK'd at the same time.
Yeah, no, I just know
I shouldn't say PK because I didn't really PK back then. Like it was just I was that annoying asshole. I just like market looking for spars.
You still are.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Oh god, I remember that. Like back when the arena combat rankings were actually a thing. Oh my god.
I didn't know any quests, okay, and curatives were expensive as shit.
Yeah. I just remember the story of how Infernals used to have a Dreadlord or whatever, and
yeah,
you're supposed to like fight over who gets Dreadlord, and she 2v1'd and won against two people at the same time for Dreadlord. So that was just. I don't think anybody ever challenged her after that.
I was trying to remember if I remember any other Dreadlords. No, go ahead, Bull. Sorry.
Infernal for me would be again another name I don't know how to say, probably because it has a fucking X in it, but Zato?
Yeah, Zato.
I always like saw that dude around, but never really.
Yeah, he was good.
At the time, he was really good. Oh man, you know what? Saying Zato, I also want to go back.
That made me forget about Zahn. I forgot about Zahn for Sentinel.
For Sentinel, yeah.
Mm.
Gonna make your running jokes and stuff. Go ahead, get it out of your system.
Oh boy.
I came back to Aetolia because there was a newsletter that came out to my email, and I saw it was mentioning Iron Coin artifacts, and I saw the winged slippers of Zahn, and I was like, "That's hilarious! I'm coming back."
Yeah.
I'll admit I found it hilarious.
I thought that was pretty cool that he actually got an arty named after himself. But I mean, what was it? I forgot what the name of it was, but the mapper that he did.
He brought over the IMAP Mudbot from Empyrean.
That's what it was called. That's what it was called. Mudbot.
Yeah, he brought Mudbot over from Empyrean. Anyway.
So it's Infernals and Pallies checked out. Got System.
What about Arslan?
Who?
Arslan?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, Arslan. They were ranked high in so the combat rankings had the same issues that Sect did up until Ictinus came along, which was that there were so many names on there that were ranked so high that I had never seen in the 3 years that I was super into the arena sparring stuff. And so yeah, I couldn't comment. Like I never got to fight Zahn as a vampire because he just refused to fight people. Arslan was a name that like had kind of checked out. There was Ansari too. Ansari.
Oh yeah, Ansari was really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Aetolia had only been out for like a year and a half before I came back, and like after that first set of combat rankings was set, like anyone who was ranked in the top 50s just quit playing.
I guess we could do Daru next.
Sure.
Searoth.
I was gonna say Kylan, but he was really the only one I knew aside from Valangar. But I think Zealot was like pretty significantly different by the time Valangar came along. So, or not Zealot, but Daru.
Daru, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only two that really I could think of.
Yeah,
Kylan and
there
Searoth.
just were not many Daru fighters throughout the years. That I personally saw. Those were like the two that I knew. So
Yeah.
I knew of. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say there was Searoth, Cleo, and then whatever dwarf's Daru's name was. I can't remember it. Start with an H. I don't know, somebody older than me.
Hadaru?
No,
No? Okay. I'm just guessing. I don't
know. It's like 21 strength, level 3 knuckles, GG easy.
Okay.
pretty much, God, I hated getting beat to death
Yeah,
by
but,
the Ardean monks in the day. Oh, it was the worst.
Cleo was sort of the same way. Searoth was the only person that I saw like, yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Kay. Searoth.
Oh yeah.
Only fought Searoth once. He did win. In my defense, I ran out of health files. Like I just said, curatives were expensive. But no, Searoth. He did have a little show of force inside the game, and then like he also talked a lot of theory talk on the forums. That was kind of the wild, wild west back then as far as theory talk goes, because it was more like, I think this is how it works. And it's like, oh no, I know, I just can't tell you how I know. But,
That sounds accurate, honestly. That was pretty much anyone. They're like, I know. I'm not gonna tell you. Like, guys, come on.
yeah, that was a lot of that. You missed everybody.
Let's see. I can't
I think that's all the legacy classes. I don't know.
I'm trying
I
to
can't think of any more.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. Because we went through Old Mage, we went through Old Luminary. Yeah, sorry, Ellie Aiden. I can't say names.
Eliaden.
Eliden. There we go. Yeah, you missed all the previous old classes, but we're getting to new, so there's that.
So we'll go with the Syndrel, and I'll say Old Syndrel. I'll just kind of do both of them together, Old Syndrel and New Syndrel. For me, both of those go to Eliaden. Like he's the only Syndrel terror that I knew, aside from actually Valcalcus was pretty good with old Syndrel too, but I think Eliaden was really the one who was making waves with that class.
I don't know, I think late was pretty good.
God! Oh God!
Amir was never an essential, thank you very much, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say that VHO guy was pretty good, but
Honestly, I even think with like New Syndrel, when I fight him in training rooms, we tend to go 50-50. I haven't quite figured out what it is about his offense. I just know that like it's like I'm cool for a little bit, and then suddenly I'm just not, and I can't ever recover, and then I just get shattered. So I'm not sure what it is, but we're going 50-50 right now. So yeah, I think he takes it for both old and new, because I just don't know anybody else that was really pushing with the class as much as he was and having the success with it that he was or is.
I would say is. Although he doesn't really play, he works. He just works and works.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but I talk to him a lot. He talk a lot, so.
I think it'd be easier for him to code a robot that did his work for him so he could play Aetolia.
That's what you would think.
Instead of trying to code a robot to play Aetolia while he works. Look,
Okay.
work is easy. Just delegate it out. You got this, bud.
You say that with the work that you do. Do you delegate anything?
Yeah. just got promoted. Actually, I did a shit ton of delegating.
Oh, yay. Nice. Congratulations. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Woo. All right.
You got any goats in this category, or
For
going with
oldest Syndrome,
old and new?
Yeah.
no, probably gonna go with Eliadin for sure on oldest Syndrome. New Syndrome,
Yeah.
I haven't
You
fought
haven't
Eliadin.
really seen his. Yeah, you haven't seen his yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like the only one that's seen it so far.
I just remember the last time that we did fought was oldest Angel, and I styled on him using single whispers because I knew he stole double whispers, and so he looped replicate over and over and over and over and over while I just killed him. That's called
Nice.
system abuse, people.
That's
Genius, I swear.
I love it.
New Syndrome, I probably have to give it out to Jeremy though, because Jeremy's
He's
been putting in some work.
Yeah, he has.
He has. He absolutely has. But like I said, I fought Jeremy, and I have not lost a single match against Jeremy. In all of our sex fights.
I haven't seen you sex since I came back.
Most of them have been against his Central, and like I said, just I think like one time he came close to killing me. Wasn't sure what really happened, but I didn't die. But like I said, I feel like his Ascendral and Eliadin's Ascendral are they just play completely differently. But like I said, that's just my personal experience. So
yeah. I don't think I fought Jeremy either, but like I do kind of like troll around in the Sect Arena room whenever I see a fight go up. And yeah, I just watch Jeremy kill people. It's fun.
And then we can just go to old news. I'm trying to hurry along because I got like 45 minutes left or so.
Yeah.
You quit going into a Tolkien level backstory with each other.
No, I mean that's cool.
Leave him alone. Let him do his thing. It's his vibe. Just roll with it. Roll with it.
Old and new Sayo. Yeah, I don't know any old Sayo answers. I heard that like there was some guy named Demir, but I heard he was pretty trash, so I don't know about that.
He was a kid, not a guy. Small.
I mean, new Sayo answer. I mean, I guess it like has to go to Nasabi because I mean, I guess there's no really. I don't see any other comparisons happening there for the time being. I know Almal's messing around with Sayo answer for a little bit, and Mazian completely stomped me the last time I fought him, but that's because I do not fight Sayomancers. Like, I think my personal record with Nasavi is like 3-1. The very last time we fought, I lost, but I have not fought a Sayomancer since. And then I fought Mazian's Sayomancer in Sect like about a month ago or so, and I died so fast. Which, for those of you watching and wondering about PK, it's generally, if you're finding yourself dying in like a minute or less, that's a good indicator that you're doing something very wrong, be it offensively or defensively with your curing.
And
You ain't fought a fucking Revenant and knows how to track focus yet.
Yeah, like
yeah.
So it's like I said, and that's where having people like Bulrok or MJ or Layla or Trickle or just people who are experienced, who can look at logs and identify the mistakes that you made, and that is just how you gradually get better. Like, if you can identify at least one mistake that you made in a loss and then fix it, like, your win rate just inadvertently starts going up. But sometimes it takes a lot of losses. Just depends on how much you fix from those losses. But it's just a gradual learning process, because you not only need to know what your class is capable of, you got to know what you can do in certain matchups, and then you can for example, To this day, I don't know why Static Burst gives Nyctophobia, but it does. And you know, traditionally, like it wouldn't do much. Like there's nothing in the Shaman kit can really help you capitalize off of it.
No.
But you can buy the Darkness artifact, and then ta-da! If anybody tries to tumble while they happen to have Nyctophobia, I actually killed Dorf that way one time.
Nice.
I cast an omen on him, and he tried to tumble while he had Nyctophobia. And I was just like, yes. And yeah, if those of you that don't know, Nyctophobia doubles your tumble timer. So you know, it's like doesn't it? Or
increases
Increases
not double.
doesn't
That would be
double.
fucking insane. Hey,
Okay.
Carrot got a Nyctophobia idea, courtesy of Illidan over here.
I was gonna
It
say.
literally says it. It literally says that tumbling away from a darkened room will be twice as slow.
Oh, maybe it changed then.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I know that because like, you know, like so, you know, in order to like tank bust somebody with an omen, I pretty much have to cast it at 10 seconds, which is why you can almost always walk away from it. Otherwise, I'm just not going to kill somebody who's super tanky ever. So, you know, he tumbled for 12. All I need is 10. That's why I killed him. Usually, if you tumble, you always escape. Usually. So,
Usually.
you know, yeah. So, you know, like, and then, actually, so I also never used Torque. I never used Torque as Shaman either until Alayla. Like we were talking about how, you know, Torque Farer, Torque Archivist. We were talking about how Templars had Torque for a while. And then Alayla just casually mentioned one day, she's like, yeah, God forbid people start using Torque to actually, you know, use stupidity. I sat there and I thought about it. I was like, wait a second. And that I started using, you know, Torque with Shaman to pad impatience when they otherwise had stupidity but not paresis or paralysis, and it pretty much allows you to like keep their focus and their tree off indefinitely, and eventually you just start getting ahead. It was really dirty.
Hey, guess what?
Oh shit!
Guess what?
What?
We got really into a nice off topic there, and we forgot what we're gonna do next.
Oh, we were talking about. I think we were talking about Psyomancer. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about the old Psyomasters. There we go. Okay. Thank you.
Well,
so
we're talking about Psy old and new.
I got way off track there. Yeah. So Nasabi, I think for the new school, and for old school for me it was probably Mazian.
I think Amol put in a lot of work and is pretty deserving of it.
Oh, for sure.
Title.
I mean,
not to take away or compare to Nasabi or anything.
Yeah, exactly. I just I don't know who's better there.
Yeah, Jamin was pretty bad at mage. Amir was amazing.
Amir just dropped bombs. Okay, that's all.
He didn't just drop bombs. Plenty of mages have just dropped bombs, and they always end up killing their teammates. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Amir killed everyone.
It was nothing personal. Just killed everyone. It's okay. All right. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go with like what, new vamp? Like I guess new age vampire?
Yeah, let's go new age vampire. Let's roll with that. If anyone even plays it.
Yeah. Okay. First, I'm going to say
stroke my own ego here, but does anyone beside me play the class?
No, not really.
Not right now, at least.
No.
It's not been anyone lately.
In that case, just hats off to Beryl. What a chance!
Yeah. I would say Beryl because you know he allegedly had he's the legend himself.
Yeah, I think he has like the longest going win streak that I know of in Sect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he's OP. Just is.
But other than that, I unfortunately have to hand it to much as it kills me, Bulrok over here. I don't really know any vampires playing who. Really
I don't know. I know plenty of vampires who go to lessers, I guess, but not a lot. There's pretty much. I don't know. I feel like Shirini plays. Rarely. She did whenever she came back.
Oh, okay.
But I think
I guess we can
in
just go
favor of Wayfarer and Archivist, but
Yeah, I was
Anyways,
gonna say if we want to jump to Wayfarer.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Uh, to me, it was Sarah Ward. Sarah Ward was the first person who kicked my ass. Um, he was the one who did the dirty lob, and then slaughter into muddled shout, and then twerk paresis, so I can't pancake, and then I'm just locked and dead. So he was the first one that did it to me, and Bormentia too, way back when. Like it was just if you were a fitness class, you could at least fitness out of it, even though you're pretty much going to get almost locked again immediately. But at least you could fitness out and do something.
You could try. You could make that effort, even though you may fail. You're at least trying. You've got something.
Yeah, but for like but for like shaman and Terradrim, where it's like our lockbreaker is determined on us not having paresis, that was just absolutely brutal, because basically when you take torque out of the equation, you can pancake out of it. So, but anyway, getting back off track again.
We're getting used to it, I think.
Sarah Ward, yeah, but Sarah Ward is why he was the first Wayfarer to like really, really screw me up with that, and that's why I think, to me, he was the GOAT.
I'd have to give it off to either Shirini or Lim. The only two Wayfarers that I fought that, well, I think that I've even actually lost to. But I didn't play whenever Say Word was playing.
It's like I know.
I was on a little hiatus.
It's like I know Shirini had the whole torque thing, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's still part of the package at the time. But what did Lim? I can't remember.
Lim said he preferred non-torque fare, which
that's
I thought
what
was
I
interesting.
thought. Yeah.
No, and Shirini, like, she had torque. Like, Shirini's like use of it, like, it was oppressive because it was torque, so therefore it was oppressive.
Yeah.
But like, I don't believe that she was using it like every combo.
Oh no, she wasn't using it constantly or anything. It was just there. That's all.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you don't need to use it every combo though. Like, you just basically use it to really like kind of solidify your lock when you just get extra paresis on top of it when you otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Archivist. Like when you were trying to like get an extra physical in there, you timed it just specifically to be able to get that extra physical. So we could shift into Archivist.
Archivist, yep, sounds fine.
Good transition.
Shirini again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so, because
I would give it to a mole, but Nipsey dry cleaved him, which is God.
Law.
15 years of karma coming through. Take that, Dwarf Judge.
Oh god. I mean, shout out to Trickle. Like when Archivist first came out, I believe he was the first one who really paved the way for the class.
Yeah.
And got a lot of it changed. But I mean, as far as this new Archivist, yeah, I think
honorable
was
mentions.
Terrorizing.
Honorable mentions. Satan was always.
Oh yeah, Satan was pretty good.
Yeah.
Holbrook, up and comer.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah. The Brook. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's getting there.
He's getting there. There was someone that was really good, and I think they had either quit or retired. I can't remember their name though, and they were fantastic. That was back when I had Agoth Axel, so that was 2 years ago though.
Oh, Ollie.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I love her. She was really good. She was frightening.
She was frightening.
Yeah. We can do Shapeshifter.
Yes.
Like I really don't know who was like. I mean, I guess. I guess like. I mean, I would say Atra Poemo was the greatest shifter of all, but he got mauled to death. So. But other than that, I didn't know of many shifter goats. Whether it was even back when it was just the Atabahi and the Bukatu. I mean, really, Atra and Ossifer were like the only two big guys that I knew.
We really like. It's basically the same class. I really don't think we should try to make the distinction between types.
Yeah, and I just don't know of many. I mean, like I know Benedicto kind of uses it, but I would have more classified him as like monk.
Yeah, I would classify Benny as a monk more than I would like him, but he does have a good Lycan.
Mation. Okay, I'll thank you, Jeremy 314.
I say that
Mation was the goat for me. Lycan goat.
I never fought
Actually,
Destiny until I was Lycan.
Oh my God! How could I have forgotten Lanira? Lanira was tearing it up. Lanira was absolutely tearing it up. But I mean, dude wrote Citadel, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I always thought Destiny was remembered for being an Indorani.
I was gonna say
Indorani.
I was gonna say the OG Indorani was Desian, and within that vein, we can go new school Indorani. I would say I would have given it to Bulrok, but Bulrok has said whether he wants to admit it or not. He learned from the true goat, who was Vixus.
Nah. What? Oh, hold up.
I actually got that joke at
When
least.
did I say that? You got to bring some receipts there, buddy.
You know I'm the receipt lord.
Oh, Vixus is good, but I'd have to say Vixus was good during her time frame. She's definitely the GOAT. Love Bug to death. But I think I had more success with this person because I just put a lot more time into using it. But a large amount of my the ideas that went into the offense for Rhyme was from Vegeta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Vegeta had a good Indorani build. Let's see. Do you remember who the GOAT was for Prey? Since someone's asking.
Yeah, Bulrok here, unfortunately. Cursed as he is.
And we said Ezreal too. Okay.
Oh yeah, and that's Lord for sure. Back in his day.
Jeremy said Luthien was fun to fight. I don't remember Luthien that well.
That's an old name. Yeah. I remember fighting it a few times too.
Luthien is old school. He is iconic, but not so much for his PK. He's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Eliadin and Razmail basically wrote Rhyme. Yeah, Raz, this is your fault.
Hilariously enough.
All right. So let's see. So we just did. We did Indorani. So let's go with another Shadow class. Let's go with. We forgot there was actually old school Terradrim and new school Terradrim, but I don't think we would remember anyone old school besides.
Phasian. Yeah. Phasian was the old school Terradrim GOAT, hands down.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like there's only the one.
He was the new school Terradrim too, because like whether he was whoring Smackdown Rip or procking Golem Barrel left and right with double broken legs, and then always turning around and losing on purpose, the little sandbagging asshole. He's like, Karok won't nerf me if I lose. So he'd establish dominance in a fight and then go AFK.
I'm about to take a chapter out of that book. I'm just saying.
You say that. You say that. Are you going to do it though? I don't know. Okay.
Anyway. New school Terradrim would have been Bormentia for me.
Yeah. And then they side hopped and quit. Poor Borm.
Yeah, Bormentia put in a lot of work and was very good, and it was very unfun to fight.
I never want to fight against Borm, because like he's the one who made me hate. He's the one who made me truly hate the Shaman Terradrim matchup, because I would every time I try to emergence his sand, he'll slice his storm down and then whirl his sand back up so that I can't emergence it and I waste my balance. So I have to leave his sand alone, which means my Greenfoot never comes up, which means I have to put my overgrowth down to like deal with his stuff. It's the most like he gave me the biggest headache fighting him. So that was those are my props to him. He was just like one of the smartest fighters that I've had to deal with.
Actually made an effort, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. What else? Let me look at help class list. What have we forgotten? So we've done new essential, we've done archivist. Carnifex?
MJ?
MJ. That's an easy. That's a given.
Show me a better one.
I don't know that we would have anyone for Earthcaller at this point, because does anyone even mostly use it?
I don't think a mole for Earthcaller.
I could see that. Yeah,
Elmol, I think.
Okay, I could go with that. We've already done Luminary. Oh, Necromancer.
Oniromancer?
I've only really fought Benedictos.
That's pretty good.
Hilariously enough, I had fought Eric's recently, and
Did you die?
when I fought, almost, I very nearly did. And I was like, oh my god, like I was like, did Onero answer? Like I thought I was on the wrong cure set or something. Turns out, like I didn't have my pipes loaded, and like he threw Aeon immediately, and I had nothing in my pipe, and
Get right.
I remember you talking about that. I was like, damn.
Yeah, but by the mercy of Elder Shaman and Tranquility,
you survived.
I made it out, loaded my pipe, and then it was we were good after that. The outside of that fight I had with Eric's and Benedicto, those are the only two Oneros I've really fought.
I think Koharu's been coming up pretty hot and heavy, but that's still obviously not a goat yet. That's a newcomer.
Yeah, I think she's playing Monk right now.
Yeah, she just picked up Monk for me.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did we really?
Yeah,
I know we said Benedicto as an option, but I don't know that we actually decided on one.
Well, I mean that's why I kind of wanted to leave Monk alone because like it's pretty much the same class it's been all these years. And I can't think of any other monks that have really been on the scene the way Benedicto has.
That's true. Okay. Do you have any?
There were a lot of like older school monks like what was his name, Bastion and
Bastion.
Monks.
Rorschach and
Reziek.
Look, just Monk. Period. Any time frame from start of Aetolia to now, you have two options only, and like they can't settle it between them because Taz can't proc Benny's Deliverance when Taz's Deliverance is up, so they tie. Like I'm sorry. Like I refuse to believe anyone saying anything about like, oh well, this person was really good. It doesn't matter. Taz and Benedicto have more kills as Monk than anyone else in this game.
You're right.
They are
definitely
the best.
They do. I hadn't even thought of Taz just because he's not.
Trickle did get Mind Sapience gutted.
Yeah, it did.
Yes, he did.
Let's see.
Still to this day, one of my favorite stories to go on a rant about, which we're not gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, Illy's already been doing it, so you probably could, but we're gonna move.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're gonna touch on Mind Sapiens later for one of my special categories.
Okay.
Next class.
I'm going through alphabetical order, so Revenant.
MJ.
Okay. Easy one. Sciomancer, we went over. Sentinel. Did we do new scent? I don't think we did.
Valerie.
Yeah, Valerie. And Sid.
She's just the best there was. Sid's good, but Valerie.
Yeah, Valerie is the best. Yeah. Okay. Shaman. We did?
Chaos. I think Chaos or Aladdin probably the best shamans I've ever fought before in my life.
Okay.
Yep.
Aisha. For like before, but I guess it's changed since, hasn't it?
Oh, I was sorry. I'm trying to tell that.
Look, I wasn't trying to, strangle you, but
I can do it for you. I know where he lives. I can go. I can strangle him. That's fine.
Yeah, no. I when I first was playing Shaman, I always played the class like as it was intended to do. I never did like all the cheesy Storm Touch bashing and the Thorns bashing and the
Hey, don't knock Thorns bashing. I love Thorns. I just love it.
There's a lot of awful, terrible evil in Shaman when it first came out.
That's true.
That needed to be removed, and it has been.
Unfortunately, I'm still sad, but that's me.
Really though, I do think Illikaal's the GOAT over there for Shaman.
Yeah.
All teasing aside, I fought Aladdin, I fought Isha, and Chaos is definitely the most frustrating Shaman fight I've ever had. Because, I
think Chaos was just frustrating in general.
Because all I saw. All I saw was
Jeremy,
blackout prompt the entire time. That was it.
Jeremy the goat. Remember how I said like that old sentinel with the T name, Talanon? That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. You said like
That's exact.
Tauren, like a
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
WoW Tauren, so I was very confused.
Yeah, I was like, I knew it was something with like a T and it had like an N somewhere in there.
Very,
So
very creative way to fill it in. Tauren. Very
yeah,
creative. All right. Well, let's keep going because I am aware you've got like 18 minutes before you got to go to work. Oh no.
I got a little bit more than that. We're good. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. So we got Shaman. We already did Citizen. We did the old. Yeah, we did Citizen. Okay. Unless you want to correct
we
it.
did Shadow Snake.
We did Shadow Snakes.
Oh, but you guys started to comment on Citizen, so okay, go ahead. We got it.
Oh, I was gonna say
Physics.
Trick or Physics. Trick
Trigger physics, yeah.
Well, yeah, because Trick is the one who did teach him. So I mean, there you go. So yeah. No further comments.
Yeah.
Okay. That's easy.
Trick or Physics.
Trick or
is what
physics.
this is.
That's going to be the Citizen, Jeremy. Okay. Templar. If anyone plays it.
Masari when she was a Templar.
MJ.
Which is MJ.
Yeah, MJ.
Jory.
There was a time I was playing a Syndrel, just like messing around with it, and this was when Masari was in the Templar, and I just like remember dropping retardation, and she and I just like were like 2v8, 2v9 all day, and she was just. I mean, this is also back when Retribution was super busted, but she was just like cleaning people up left and right. She was just my one-man army, and all I had to do was stand there and transfix people for her.
Nice.
So, yeah, fun days.
Let's see. Did you have anyone, Bull?
I haven't fought a. I haven't. Is anyone really using Templar right now?
There's a few people that use it, like Rasani, but and a couple of others, but there's definitely not as many as there used to be.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of.
I mean, yeah.
bots.
Rasani and Kalena have been the two most active Templars putting in work for solo combat these days. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And Rasani's been cleaning a few people up. So.
Oh yeah, she smoked Kirak last night.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
actually Zavin, he's been using it again, and he's been doing really good.
I completely forgot about Zavin. Yeah, Zavin's been putting in work too.
He has been, definitely. Let's see. Oh, and we're going back to the Paladin from Pajol. Yeah, he definitely was pretty good. I remember him.
Borskin.
Yeah.
It was Pajol also Borskin?
No, I was just saying. I'm still solidly stuck on that answer.
That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Just naming other things. Let's see.
Yeah, no, I like this is all opinion based. Like you don't be like, oh my god, Bulrok thinks so and so is the best ever. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to comment on that. Anyway, Warden.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's really messed with Warden too much except like maybe Sid.
Yeah, Sid, I would say would be probably the top one I've seen out there.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say I think Sid's gonna get like a bunch of defaults from me for the newer era, just because like there's not necessarily a whole lot of dueling going on, at least not for me in the classes we've mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Benny, does he even? I've never seen him. Have I seen him in Warden? I can't remember.
He was messing with it for a little bit, but
Yeah.
I think he's been favoring Neuromancer and his monk more lately.
He has been, definitely. A lot more. Let's see. We've done Wayfarer, so Zealot.
I think Ketos is killing it right now.
Ketos, my man.
He
Way to
is
go.
kicking ass with it. He really is.
No, this dude he's dying to everything. Anything looked at him funny, he'd fall over dead whenever he first came back. Now look at him. He's chewing people up left and right.
Egg is doing so well. He's doing so well. All right. Well, guys, that's every single class. Did you have any additional? There was, as far as I can see, because we did Terradrim and we've done all the rest. So yeah, that's all of the classes. But you can go over any just general goats that you had on your list that you didn't mention that you want to like give some shout outs to.
Let me see. I had my little list here. I think I've mentioned everybody on this list at some point or another.
Oh God, let's not mention Talonby. He was just a troll.
Yeah. Oh God.
I mean, he was just a troll. He was trying everything with orrery trolliness all the time.
um, I don't know. I guess we can get. I would say like number one PKer in the game right now, in my opinion, is MJ. Just because she puts fear God into me. Every time I think I'm grown enough to try her, she just
She spanks
gotta
you.
put me in my place every time,
She
every
gives you the
single
clap.
time.
Gotta give it that clap.
She is the one boss I cannot beat.
She doesn't scare me. She just pisses me off to no end. It's like
Everyone pisses you off.
I want to play Indrani today, and she's like, "Do you?" And then I have to spend 6 credits to reset my cooldown because I realized that was a terrible idea.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. And then I was gonna say, I think greatest troll PKer, and I wanted to talk about this so much.
Oh God, this is gonna go
No.
badly.
What?
This is
We're gonna
gonna
have a
go
20-minute
badly.
20-minute discussion on how to say his
It's,
name right.
it's all good.
Zuwakodal.
Yeah,
Zuwakodal. I know who you're
exactly.
gonna
Yeah,
say. Yes,
yes,
Zuwakodal. There you
yes,
go.
and that is how it's pronounced.
You're
So this
welcome.
guy was the most annoying person. Like I will never forget him because of how annoying he was.
Yeah,
And people didn't believe me when I told people like he doesn't really try to kill you. Like if you die, it's just a side effect of whatever super troll route that he was using, and you just die inadvertently from it. But he just existed to piss you off.
He really
And
did. God.
like first he was running around as Luminary, and this was back when Luminary cured your afflictions. It cured an affliction every single tick after it applied all the defenses that Bliss used to give. This was also back when Luminaries had Angel Care and Healing Right at the same time, and
Oh, you tilted me.
and Purity back when Purity was, I think Purity was faster back then. I think.
It
Um,
cured from
eh,
every source.
yeah, and then of course Angel Refuge was as busted as it was. You damn near couldn't stop it. Yeah, so basically you could never kill this dude. Like he was just trolling. You could never kill him. And then at some point, I was playing Monk for a little while too. Even though I always like retained Druid class from like day one of me playing this game. Uh, but I started playing Monk for a little bit, and there came a point in time where like you would fight this guy, and for those for the OGs who remember what Old Stupidity did, when you had Old Stupidity, you had like a high chance of your command doing a random emote, or sometimes you would get unlucky and it would make you do like a dive or the search command, which would throw you off balance. Um, so Old Stupidity was like really, really annoying and like had some really tilting RNG in it, right? But like you could tell when Stupidity was proccing,
Yeah.
you could tell. But this guy uniquely, and again, he was the only one in the game who would do it for some mysterious reason, and I say that with air quotes. Every time he got Stupidity, you would instantly get 3 screens worth of the Stupidity emotes, if you will. And I was like, there is no way in the actual hell Stupidity is proccing this much on him. And he swore, he's like, yeah, when I get Stupidity, I instantly, put all my commands through a filter that, sends it like 5 or 6 times or something like that. And then I Mind Sapiens him one day. This was when Mind Sapiens allowed you to see all input that the person was doing. He was sending those commands to the game and lying, claiming that it was Stupidity making him do that. Like that's just the kind of stuff that he did, and like it just irritated me so bad every time I fought him.
I will say that like the one time that I had to fight him was, and I talked about this on one of the other streams, was when he used retardation, and would
Yep, he
just
used that.
do,
Oh my god.
and he would just like do illusions or whatever to just spam your system in the worst way possible, drop things, just anything he could to try to lag you out while you had retardation. So you're trying to catch up. So you just died of retardation, and he drove me fucking crazy. So I got tilted. I don't say it, but I
remember.
got tilted.
Yeah, like I remember when he had Indorani too. Uh, back, back when Hanged Man just straight up bound you. You didn't have to be prone or anything. All he would do was just throw Hanged Man and Aeon and nothing else. And it was oh my god. I just get so tilted thinking about him. So yes, to me he was the greatest troll combatant to have ever walked this game, in my opinion. I can't think of anybody else who like trolled people and like intentionally tried to tilt people as hard as he did.
Yeah, I think he was the worst. I do. Someone has said Kamui, Kamui, close enough. Has said
Yeah,
that they were.
yeah. The legend of Kamui is that you had literally 2 hour long sect fights with him on a regular. Like when you hit sect
No,
accept
I
and you.
tilted out way before we hit that mark.
Listen, the legend has it many people have fought with him for as long as 2 hours. Yeah. When you sect accepted and you saw that it was Kamui, you just heaved a great sigh because you knew you were just gonna be there all day.
Man, I just would let him go kill me at that point because I didn't care. I just was like, oh nope, I know I can't win this one. Just turn off first aid. Go ahead, just do it, get it done, and move on.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would have absolutely not, not me.
You guys are more stubborn than me. It's a true fact. This is why I don't PK that much. Is I'm just clearly not stubborn enough.
Nah, I got over that stuff fighting Sotir, who I can't believe I forgot to mention in OG.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was when he was playing Yos. He was actually I want to say he was better than how to. I really want to say Yos was the paladin goat. Yeah, I mean aside from your generation of a Borskin, because like I wasn't around when he was a paladin.
Yep.
But for me it was Yos.
Yos was a Inferno back then.
Got you. Yeah, I just remember when he came to the paladins, he was tearing it
pretty
up.
much just like side swapped or switched places.
Yeah, he was deadly.
Let's see. Any other goats or like you? Since you had a special topic, does Bull have a special topic?
Yeah, sorta. I didn't prepare for this as much as Illidan did, but we did talk a little bit before, and thinking like goat group fighters. Not counting D bombs. I still think Taz is this is more like a list of like great people instead of like one specific goat. I
Okay,
think,
that's good.
can't comment. Well, can comment just like I guess on like who's annoying me the most on Spirit, but for Shadow, definitely gonna be Taz, cause that dude like he lives to team fight. Like that is his shtick. Like, so there's Taz. MJ.
Yeah.
Just cause anytime I have a wild idea, she's there to encourage it or tell me I'm stupid. She rarely tells me I'm stupid, even if I am stupid. She's like, "Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Let's try it." And then I'll try it and it doesn't work. She goes, maybe not." I was like, "You could have just told me no from the start." But Valangar was an exceptional team fighter.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's MJ, Taz, Xenia. She's not the world's best duelist. But she may not participate in a lot of group fights, but she's always coming up with ideas or suggesting things like to try and like, break up things, and it's definitely appreciated. And then also shout out to Kirak and Mole and Taj, and yeah, just the rest of the people who brainstorm team fights with me all day. That's
Nice.
it for Shadow.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I gotta see if I'm gonna be in the finals with I gotta see if if I'm gonna survive this round of class leads. Um, you know, I might come out limping after they're done, but we'll see. But we'll see if I can. We'll see how me and Taj's rematch and the next duel goes down. But oh, he definitely was giving me a run for my money at first. In our first match for sure. So, but I had to make some adjustments like really quick. I was like, oh my god. So, yeah.
Well,
But it was fun.
Also, Bug gets she's definite honorable mention. I don't know if I actually mentioned her or not.
you did
'Cause
not.
Yeah, I did.
she doesn't do a lot of the brainstorming sometimes. She does, but she's like the impact that she's had on just like the whole game period with just Swarm alone is pretty
Yeah.
monumental, and like that
That's true.
it kind of gets overlooked a lot, but like she
Yeah, and deleting the Indirani, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay. Let's be fair real quick since we had our shadow side goats of just group combat. I think we should make sure to also do it for Spirit and give some shout outs to the group people. Yeah, there
like
we
I
go.
said, like you two are much better equipped to give those out.
Well, I guess for me, like originally it would be I guess all the people who have put work in the Sunder, because back when I was in the old fires of Durin Hell, when Durin was getting raided constantly, by 15, 16 Bloodlockians deep, just wiping out our guards every night, just 300 guards gone in a couple of hours. I was notoriously the only PKer in Durin for a long time before like the Sabati era and stuff came along. But basically, I was saying that to say there were always a lot of people online and available to fight, but they never actually engaged in it. And Sunder, I feel, has changed that tremendously, because now like damn near everybody that's online is like available to fight or whatever because of Sunder. A lot of the time, people just did not have anything, or weren't willing to take on the mountain of work or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so I feel like just Sunder really lowered the PK floor for entry.
Yeah.
And I think that was in general a good thing for the game.
Yeah. I agree, and it's definitely, help both Shadow and Spirit to be able to have something to hit the ground running. So that would be, let's see, Jory, Stein, what was this other character? Darren, I think it was. Sid, Kalina helps. There's a bunch of people obviously in the Discord that help give advice and everything too. Satan has helped a lot. I think at one point I helped bring over a lot of the shadow stuff and everything. So yeah, it's been a huge team effort, and it's fantastic. It's not amazing, but it's fantastic as far as you can at least have something to use versus just getting on Nexus and crying through it, or getting an old Earthshaker system that just breaks randomly, even though Sunder breaks randomly too, but that's okay. I break it all the time. I'm literally day, it's broke right now. That's why I'm not PKing very much. It's legit broke. It's okay though.
Back in my day, you made an alias and then you just died a lot, and then you made another alias until you didn't die as much. Kids these days don't know how easy you got it.
Hey, I remember those days. I'm telling you,
this was my original curing system, if you will. Like I would trigger the line for whatever affliction it was. Like if I got paralysis, the trigger was outsee Bloodroot, eat Bloodroot. Damn any checks.
Damn any checks. Anorexia. Exactly. You just dealt with it.
The moment someone got ahead of her balance, you were like, huh.
Yeah.
This isn't working out too well.
Okay. So we did Sunder. Let's make sure to just give out some shout outs to Spirit people that do group combat. Obviously, Illy, you're going to be in that list because you are pretty much always there. You and Val are, side by side doing the pew pews there. And then you have Benny,
We try.
Sid.
Valley is a terrible group
Yeah.
fighter. I don't know why you would mention her.
Damn.
I know, right?
Hold
Damn, boy.
If it was not
no.
obvious that I was not serious there, sorry, but it's
No, I know.
fucking
I was about
terror.
to, I was about to
I know.
for
She's-
her say fuck you just for
she's
that.
the most nightmarish person ever in a group fight because she's not there, but she still has an impact. And then whenever she is there, you get spine cut. It's God fucking hate it.
You would. It's okay though. Who else is there
Primor.
though that just kind of hops in?
Yep.
Srian.
Yes. Sarayan's.
Kalina,
Uh,
Zaven. We've got some, pretty decent group that's been going and making an effort to try to put the groups together.
Yeah, we had some 18 leaders or so recently disappeared, but yeah. I mean,
we had to make that
who
joke,
we have
didn't
left.
we? We had to make it at least once.
Look. I mean, that joke is going to.
It's going to
That's
live
like-
for a while. I keep making the joke too, so it's okay.
I'm sorry. I was
That was
getting threatened in game.
a
What joke did I miss?
It's the we had 18.
having lost 18 having 18 or
yeah.
so leaders.
Yeah.
You guys really
Look-
only lost 17.
My God. But yeah. But no, just who we have. I mean, Durin is just like it's always been like on the smaller side. Since,
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was pretty huge for a while, but then, it's just the infamous pendulum. The pendulum's just swinging the other way, where
It depends on time of day. Right now, it varies. And a lot of them aren't PKers yet. But hey, well, we're gonna get people involved. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be a thing. Just you guys wait over there. Just doom, gloom, etc. Okay. Anyone else you want to throw a shout out to? Or that pretty good?
Not anybody that I can think of. Like I said, I'm truly grateful for the people that I have met in Aetolia who have helped me come as far as I have, and just just to teach me all the little things along the way that have added up collectively.
Yes, the real goat was the friends we made along the way.
Oh my God! And with that, I need to be heading to work.
Yep, I was gonna say you should probably be heading off to work, and I think that's a very good place to just end things. We've gone through a really long bit of a lot of stories from Lily, a lot of stories. Anyway, but hey guys,
The man's gonna write a book one day, a manifesto.
yes,
Illikaal memoirs.
memoirs.
The amount of stories, the amount of Aetolian stories I have is just entirely too long. But I mean, I've been playing this game since I was 16.
I think the three of
Oh,
us have been. I think me and.
Yeah, you two definitely probably longer than me.
Yeah, I
for
think
sure.
me and Rihrin have you beat by a few years, but.
I've been playing and I did the math. I'm almost at 21 years. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord!
Yeah.
I ain't quite that far, but I'm still.
I'm pretty, because I've been here since the beginning. So yeah, I'm old. It's okay.
I'm at what?
I came in at
14. I think I'm around 14 now.
I came in while 2003, I think.
Oh, so you're not that far behind me then.
No, Aetolia was still very new.
It was still very much a baby. It was a baby. Anywho, so yeah, thank you guys so much, both Bull and Illy, for coming on. I really appreciate it. The crowd is thanking you all and says it was a great session. So I have to agree. I think you guys did a fantastic job. We went through some really wonderful lists of people. And I sound completely awkward saying this. I hate being the closer. Anywho.
I gave you the ending line. You
Yes.
just ended the stream right there.
I should have just hit end stream. I totally should. That was my bad. Anyway, so
when you go to edit it, just cut it off right there.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I am absolutely
God.
fucking going to edit it right there and just leave it. So the friends along the way are what really matter, guys. Let's leave that in our hearts, in our minds, and just remember it.
God.
Any-
But yeah, it was fun.
Good.
Thank
Glad you guys
for
had
having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, everyone. Later, friends. Have a good night and see you guys on Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern. And I don't want to translate that to Pacific, so we'll say 12 Pacific or Central. Central. There you go. See you all.
Yep.
Later.
Bye.